What is good, you guys? Welcome back to the Heat Report. Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Miami Heat, starting off with a 6-1 record after just beating the Mavericks. We're going to be talking about that game, talking about the next game against the Boston Celtics on Thursday, and we're going to be generally talking about if the Miami Heat are now the favorites to come out of the Eastern Conference. I know it's very early, but we got to do some overreactions right now because it's been 7 games, but the Heat have looked really, really good. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about my MVP of the game. I'm going to start a new series on this channel where I give my MVP of each game the Heat play, and you guys can follow along in the comment section. Give me your MVPs as well. And yeah, we can get right into it, man. Before we get into it, make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below. You guys have been absolutely killing it with the love. We got 1,500 subs. The goal for that reached. Let's get to 1,600 now, man. You guys know what to do. Yeah, keep doing your thing. So let's get right into it. Like I said, the Heat pulled off a massive win against the Mavericks, 125-110. And, you know, like I said, it was a team effort. But if I had to give my MVP of the game, it would be Kyle Lowry. I know Jimmy Butler had 23 points. I know Tyler Hero led us in scoring with 25. Bam had a double-double. But I think Kyle Lowry was the difference tonight. And I think that, you know, even during the game, if you guys were watching it on TNT, Reggie Miller was even pointing this out. Kyle Lowry, every time, you know, he was making timely plays, whether it was passing when, you know, assists needed to happen or scoring when we needed buckets. And I think that the way he controls the game is something that's very rare in today's game. And he's just a very cerebral player that he just knows what to do at what point in time. And it's almost never wrong. His judgment is very correct. And he had a great game today. 22, 9 assists, 5 boards, but it just seemed like whenever the Mavericks were making a run, or whenever they had cut it to 2 points or 5 points, you would see a big 3 from Kyle Lowry or a big pass leading to a foul, leading to an and one, leading to a dunk. I just think he controlled the game today, and I just think that I'm super proud of him. He's arrived, like I tweeted. And it was a great effort, not only from him but also for the team. Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, 6th man of the year, book it. 157 points off the bench in 7 games is ridiculous. It's crazy. And I'm not a mathematician, but off the top of my head, that is over 22 points per game and that's what he's averaging right now. So, you know, he is doing Tyler Hero things, man. His game is just improved. It's not even just like he's having a hot stretch right now. It's not just the fact that, you know, he's gotten more confidence in his shot, but his game is just improved. Not only with the shooting, but his playmaking ability has gotten a lot better. His ball handling has gotten a lot better. His decision making has gotten a lot better. He's just a lot more patient now with the ball in his hands. He just knows what to do. That just comes with time and maturity. He's just having a great season. Jimmy Butler did Jimmy Butler things, got through the free throw line a lot, played elite defense on Luka. I know Luka had 33, but, you know, we made him work for it, for sure. And Bam, double-double, man, was pulling down the boards, and just had a great impact to this game as well. So I just thought it was a great team effort. Those 4 guys were the main guys, you know, who contributed to the win, as we probably expected. And the game plan on the Mavericks at the start was a little bit, you know, it was very simple to understand, but it wasn't really working. We were obviously trying to send multiple bodies at Luka, double team, triple team, and this was leading to a lot of open threes for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr., I keyed in on this guy as the main guy, apart from Luka, that's really gonna kill us because he has the ability to, you know, go lights out. And in the first quarter, he was really the main, you know, reason why we were down a lot of points, because he was making a lot of his threes. They were 5 for 10 from 3 in the first quarter. And I think the 3-point shooting really, you know, they relied on their 3-point shooting to, you know, have them come back in to this game when, you know, when we were pulling away and stuff like that. You know, the game plan was pretty simple. You know, in the second quarter, the fourth quarter, it was still the same game plan, but we tightened up on the defense. So we weren't doubling Luka as often. We were kind of just stunting, which I think is a much better idea because you're not leaving shooters wide open like outright. You can still get back to them and make a good contest, which is what we did. And that's why the 3-point shooting wasn't as good, but it was still there. They shot 33% from 3, which is not the best, but they hit 14 of them. Jalen Brunson was big for them, and I'm a huge fan of Jalen Brunson's game. I'm pretty sure, you know, at Villanova he won an award, I think, player of the year or something like that. He might have even been part of that national championship team, but I might be tripping. But Jalen Brunson is a very good player. He was really good, especially when Luka was on the bench. Tim Hardaway Jr. had 17, but apart from that, we really contained everyone else. The bench didn't not really do much. Reggie Bullock had 10, Ntilikina had 4, Sterling Brown had 4. That's about it. For the Heat, Tyler Hero had, like I said, 25 off the bench. You know, we had 4 guys score above 20, and then Dwayne Dedmon scored 10. So it was a team effort. Now, the big question is that I do want to answer: are the Miami Heat the favorite to come out of the East? Now, I know it's only been 7 games, but the Heat have now beaten teams like the Brooklyn Nets. No Kyrie, but Kyrie hasn't played any games this season, so I don't know if we're expecting Kyrie to play at all. The Milwaukee Bucks, who were shorthanded without Drew Holiday and Brook Lopez, and Bobby Portis. The Memphis Grizzlies, the Charlotte Hornets, the Dallas Mavericks. I think the only 2 wins that you can look at and be like, oh, okay, like they were supposed to win that game for sure, was probably the Orlando Magic game. And if I'm missing something, I think that's it. Like I think we beat the Bucks. We lost to the Pacers, which was a tough game, but that was without Kyle Lowry. We beat the Magic, we beat the Nets, we beat the Hornets, we beat the Grizzlies, and we beat the Mavericks. So 5 out of those 6 teams are play-in to playoff teams. 2 of those teams are championship contenders. One of those teams is like a borderline contender. Like, I think the Mavericks are very close. They just need to add some more pieces around Luka. They've had some really good wins this season, and it's been their defense. The Heat defense has been crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys saw the statistics. Like, they're number 1 in defensive rating, 2nd in points allowed, number 1 in defensive field goal percentage. Bam is having an amazing defensive season. They were talking about him winning Defensive Player of the Year. He should definitely get his recognition for it. It starts on the defensive end for sure, but the offense is also caught up to that, and that's a lot. The big reason why the offense is caught up to it is because of guys like Tyler Hero, who is a starter for a lot of the teams. You know, if he was playing for a lot of these teams in the NBA, he would be a starter on a lot of these teams. But for Miami, he's on the bench, and that's just a great boost, a great bonus to have a guy like that, a guy who can score 20 points a night, to come off your bench and just light it up. That's just a great addition. We don't even have Victor Oladipo yet. I know he tweeted, he was like, I think he said something about, you know, we're scary, the culture is real or something like that. When he comes back, this team is going to be even better, because you're just adding a guy right there who's, I know he's not the same Victor Oladipo, but even if he comes back 80% of what he was, that's still a very good NBA player. He's already a really good defender, even with his injury history. There's a real discussion to be had if the Miami Heat are the favorite to come out of the East now. I don't want to put that on us. I like us as the underdogs, because I think that's when we are the best. I don't like when the Heat are the favorites. I think sometimes you can get too complacent, you can get too cocky, you can just think that you feel that you're safe. But the Heat have always been good when their backs were against the wall. You know, the Heat have always been good when they were counted out. You know, you go back to 2013 when Ray Allen hit that shot. People were leaving the arena, the yellow ropes were in the arena, and that's when the Heat responded. Same thing in 2020, you know, no one really gave the Heat a shot to make the finals, apart from probably Heat fans, and they made the finals. So I think the Heat are best when their backs are against the wall, so I don't want to put the title that they're the favorites in the East, even though that might be a really, really cool thing to have. I do think in my mind that we can beat any team in the Eastern Conference. I'm going to even go out here on a limb and probably say that I think we can beat any team in the NBA in a 7-game series right now, the way we're playing. And you have to factor in Oladipo coming back, because a lot of these teams, the way they're playing right now, I think that he have a really good chance of not only coming out of the East, but also winning a title. But I don't want that expectation on us right now. I just want us to be low-key under the radar and surprise people, because I think we're the best when we do that. Obviously, we play the Boston Celtics on Thursday. They are in a bit of a turmoil, disarray themselves. Marcus Smart came out and talked about how Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are not passing. This is gonna be a really good game, because the Celtics always come to play against us. This is a rivalry, as we all know. The number one thing that we have to do is to contain guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. We have to make sure that we force Jason Tatum into as many tough shots as possible. Jason Tatum is a phenomenal scorer, but he settles a lot. And if we can get him to settle, we won the battle already, because he's not passing the ball. He's just taking contested twos, contested threes, which we'll live with. If he hits a sidestep three with PJ Tucker in his face, I don't mind that, man. Make that shot all you want, we'll live with it. They're not going to make those shots consistently. What we can't allow the Celtics to do is move the ball around and, have dribble penetration, kick it out to shooters, because that's when they're at their most dangerous. When you have guys like Tatum and Brown playing ISO ball, yeah, it can work at times, but it's not sustainable. And I think that's when we are the most dangerous, when we get stops, multiple stops in a row, and then we transition that into offense. I think that's the strategy against the Celtics. We just got to force them into tough shots, and if they make them, then they make them. If they miss them, then that's a W for us. And I think it's going to be a great game against the Celtics. I'm super excited for that game. I'm just excited for the rest of the season in general. I think Jimmy Butler has been an MVP candidate, and Bam Adebayo has been a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Tyler Hero has been a Sixth Man of the Year candidate, probably the favorite for Sixth Man of the Year. Bam is probably the favorite for Defensive Player of the Year. I would say as of right now, Jimmy Butler is a favorite for MVP, but obviously teams are going to get better. His statistics might not be as high as some of the other guys like Stephen Curry or someone like that, but the Heat have started off phenomenally well. I'm super excited to see what the future holds for this team. And yeah, I think that's probably going to be where we wrap up the video. Oh, shout out to the City jerseys too. I like the City jerseys. I don't know about you guys, but I like the City jerseys a lot. But yeah, that's where we're going to wrap up the video, man. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comment section below. I'll see you guys later as always. Peace.